Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. In this game, we'll see the Portland Trailblazers going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves here at Target Center. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Rudy Gobert.
And over the last 10 games, he's been hitting the boards hard. He's been a different guy when it comes to rebounding. Out there battling and fighting. It's great to see that kind of hustle.
Here's the starting group for Portland. They've got Klingon, Anthony Simons out there with Avdia. Then it's Jeremy Grant, and it's Kamare in at the power forward position. And for Minnesota, Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. Well, Stan, once teams get into the postseason, what kind of changes do we typically see?
Well, Brian, the one thing you see for sure is everybody's rotation will get shorter and the best players' minutes will go up. There's no more experimentation now. It's time to put your best players out there for as many minutes as possible.
To the inside, here's Klingon. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam!
He throws it down with two hands. You know he won't mess that up.
Not this guy. He is a big-time finisher. Now here's Randle. Against Brooklyn, he was really on his game. McDaniels against Grant. 4 on the clock. From the wing, Portland with a rebound. Last time they came together was in Minneapolis, where they fell to the Timberwolves.
They got crushed the last time they faced this team, and they only have themselves to blame.
Yeah, they were coughing it up all over the place. For whatever reason, they could not find the handle.
Pass to Avdia. Beyond the arc. Drills it from deep.
Yeah, look, that's a good find by the veteran. Grant keeping everyone involved.
And here's Minnesota now. It's a 5-point game. Conley passes to Edwards. Simons against Conley. For 3, Randle knocks down the triple.
And you gotta have some confidence to fire back like that. Randle with no shortage of confidence.
Pass to Klingon. Here's Avdia. Simons outside. Crafty move. And he lays it up and in.
Some guts. Simons finishing with strength.
Conley passes to Edwards. Now McDaniels. Back to Edwards. From deep three-point land. The shot won't fall.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Out to the right wing. Over to the wing. There's Simons with a 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Well, this offense is off to an outstanding start. They're communicating, executing, and finding great shots.
Now here's Conley. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Edwards looking for an opening. And Edwards slams it in.
Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
Grant, when it comes to Anthony Edwards, fair to say he's meeting expectations so far.
Oh, no question, B.A. The first overall pick of the 2020 draft, Edwards has been anything but a bust. Now we are seeing him try to compete for titles.
Now here's Avdia, a go-to option for this team. He puts up nearly 17 a game. Portland shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Well, Stanley was a 5-time All-Star. Chauncey Billups, just 1 year as an assistant before becoming a head coach.
Yeah, but Brian, Chauncey Billups was a guy that even when he was a player and then as a broadcaster, always thought like a head coach.
Both shots good from the stripe. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Randall outside. Edwards against Avdia. Edwards can't hit.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Kamari, no good.
Well, come on, guys. Did you really think they'd shoot 100% for the game?
Randall, the pass to Edwards. Book it. And it's Randall with the assist. Edwards has gotten his second bucket.
Just a ferocious play by Edwards. Taking the contact but staying committed to his finish.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And now the 2K leaderboard will give us a glimpse of the top rebounding teams in the second half of the season. The Trailblazers in second.
Incredible rebounding numbers since the break. They've put in a lot of effort on the glass.
Pass to Avdia. Just 5 on the clock. Edwards pulls it in.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Here's Gobert. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Too much Rudy Gobert. Can take a lot of contact down low.
Back to Simons. And down it goes. Dumped it through off a beautiful setup.
Sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. Randall outside. Pass to McDaniels. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, you can't sleep on McDaniels' athleticism if you're the defense. At 6'9", he can absolutely hammer it home.
Here's Clingan. 14 points for him last game against Golden State. Offensive board. Timberwolves trail by 3. Here's Edwards. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And looking at Edwards, the offensive skills he has are impressive. Now he must focus on improving his defense.
And stand while Edwards has pushed back. It hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
Free throw good, Edwards.
Well, you know, Anthony Edwards has one of the highest motors we've seen. His relentlessness throughout the length of a game is just exceptional. He wears out the entire opposing team.
Sharp, he's checked in for Kamara. And both free throws good for Edwards.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Grant outside. Back to Sharp. And a two-handed jam!
Yeah, not afraid to finish at the rim. Sharp, just relentless.
Randall, a screen on Simons. Pass to Randall. Here's Edwards. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 3 assists in the game.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
Grant with it. Sharp, a screen on McDaniels. And Grant gets it to go.
Well, a little aggressiveness pays off for Grant inside. And as a coach, you love to see that effort.
McDaniels passes to Gobert. Lets it go from 14. Portland with a rebound.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Now here's Simons. He has 7. No good from the wing. Randall against Avdia. Pass to Conley. Now Gobert. Here's Edwards. This one for 3. No good. 3 for 6 shooting in this game. Avdia attacking. Out to Simons. That 3's off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 3. McDaniels with it. An 11-point game for him in the win against Brooklyn. Gobert with a screen on Simons. From deep, Conley. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Look, Conley's run pick and roll 1 million times. Knows when to pass it, knows when to keep it.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He wants to review the game plan. He's checked in for Minnesota. And while we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for Julius Randle.
It's not a great trend for him. Not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. Maybe it's his effort, or who knows, but that's something that needs to change.
Avdia finds Sharp. To the middle. Here's Simons. Pass to Klingon. Nails the baby hook. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
Well, when Simons is making plays for others, this offense becomes even more dangerous.
Gobert passes to Conley. Now Randall. Defended by Avdia. Picked by Gobert. Randall with the drive. Now here's Gobert. Back to Randall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Randall's got 5 points.
Yeah, as a shooter, Randall can be practically automatic. He gets the ball and immediately has a shot cooking.
And there's a pick. And here's Simons outside. And he gets it to go. 4 for 6 so far.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
Conley passes to Randall. Conley, a screen on Avdia. For three, Randall. Portland with a rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, they found some decent looks, but the shots just weren't falling. Sometimes it goes like that.
Seems like they did all they could, and sometimes it still doesn't go your way.
Now here's Grant. A steady force on their offense, recording around 14.5 a game. Randall pulls down the board.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Grant against McDaniels. Randall draws the double. For three, Conley. Book it. And it's Randall with the assist. Randall's got 4 assists in the game.
Just a veteran play by Conley there, giving the D no time to react off the catch.
Now here's Sharp. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. And here's Randall. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Inside. Gobert gets the bucket. Gobert's got his second basket.
Outstanding job converting it close. Gobert understands how to execute around the rim.
Simons outside. Up and over Conley. And there's Simons. That one's good. On the assist from Sharp. Simons got 12 points.
He's looking very confident so far. The defense is going to have to account for him.
Randall, pass to Gobert. Outside McDaniels. For three, Randall. Simons with a rebound. Portland has gone 3 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. Pass to Sharp. They set the screen. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. One guy here this evening, Shaedon Sharp. Incredibly talented, Stan.
Hey, Brian, you talk about a guy with potentially a very high ceiling. He's got all the physical tools you need. His skills are improving. He's still young and still putting it together.
That free throw good from Sharp.
And another exciting young player from Canada. Shaedon Sharp is an elite athlete, and his overall skills are really improving.
Both free throws good from Sharp. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first quarter. Edwards against Sharp. From outside the arc. Connects from downtown. He's got 11.
Well, it doesn't matter where he is on the court. If Edwards likes a look, he's going to take it.
Sharp finds Henderson. Sharp a screen on DiVincenzo. Henderson for three. Minnesota with a rebound. They want to keep rolling here following the win against Brooklyn.
Yeah, and that one came down to their rebounding. There was a big gap between the two teams there.
Yeah, their guys really got after it on the glass. Sometimes that's the difference maker between a win and a loss.
Edwards can't hit. Portland trailing here. Outside Sharp. Get there. 15 seconds left in the first quarter here. Shot clock at 6. Henderson for three. Reed with the rebound. Up in time. He's off on that one. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Timberwolves ahead, up 1. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Timberwolves.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Yeah, they've also started out on fire from mid-range. We'll see if they continue to that approach as the game goes on.
We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Edwards out there with Donte DiVincenzo. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's Minot in at the 4. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Edwards gets the bucket.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Pass to Murray. Back to Sharp, and stolen by Edwards. DiVincenzo on the wing. Here's Minot. Here's Alexander-Walker. Yet to see a basket. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Here's Reid. Thybulle with the board. Blazers trail by 3. To the paint. Pass to Henderson. Sharp with it.
Wow!
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, man. Sharp makes that look way too easy. That's elite bounce.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Brian?
That's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes. Now here's Edwards. 9 points in his last outing. Reid, good.
Well, Reid has only become more confident as time has gone on at the arc. He will not hesitate.
Edwards against Sharp. Uses the glass on the layup. Sharp's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Out to DiVincenzo. No good from outside. Blazers trail by 4. Down low. Stolen by Reid. On the wing, Alexander-Walker. Covered by Thybulle. Alexander-Walker, the pass to Edwards. Edwards is doubled. Stand back in your early coaching days. What was the dynamic? Oh, he packs it down!
That is incredible. Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
And Chauncey Billups calls time out here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And, Coach, how about Naz Reid, the 2024 Sixth Man of the Year award winner?
Yeah, Brian, sort of unique. We often associate that award with shooting guards, but although he's a big, Reid is more than capable of putting up big numbers, including from long distance.
Checked in for Minot. And let's take a look at the leaderboard with numbers from the last month. The best 2 guards scoring the ball. You take a look at Edwards, the league leader in points per game. Nobody does it better. And, of course, Shaedon Sharpe.
And night after night, we see this group light it up. If you try to take something away from them defensively, they'll beat you some other way.
Yeah, all of these guys can carry your team offensively over long stretches.
Now here's Henderson. No points yet. Back to Murray. Outside Sharp. Edwards comes with a double team. Murray from outside, and he buries his first look.
Growing his passing game. Sharp knows being able to reliably create for others will really round out his skill set.
Edwards against Sharp. Edwards can't hit. Blazers trail by 3. Sharp up top. Reed defending. Pass to Sharp. Murray, a screen on Reed. Three-pointer Sharp. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Now DiVincenzo. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Reed against Sharp. For 3, DiVincenzo. Thybulle with the board. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Outside Sharp. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but he drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
And Sharp has no off switch. He's consistent at attacking defenses and drawing whistles.
And he'll take his 3rd and 4th free throws of the night.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one's off. Some changes for Minnesota. Gobert's checked in for Garza, and Mike Conley is subbed in for Alexander Walker. Clingan, he's checked in for Portland. Anthony Simons comes in for Thybulle. And no good on the second free throw, so 0 for 2 there.
Well, that's not the focus we're used to seeing from him at the line. He's usually rock solid from there.
Here's Conley. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
A great move by Conley. Uses that dribble move to get the space he needed.
Outside Murray. Pass to Simons. Henderson outside. Inside. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
You know, I like that decision from Henderson giving up the rock.
Outside Edwards. Picked by Gobert. Launches it. Edwards can't hit.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Pass to Clingan. Now here's Sharp. Give him 8. To the middle. And watch Donovan Clingan. He really benefited from that extra year in college.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Stan, you're the son of a coach. Your dad was a great coach at the collegiate level. What was the best advice you ever received from him?
Well, Brian, the one that has always stuck with me is he told me in my first season, if you think you've got all the answers, it's only because you don't know all the questions. And I think that's true in everything, not just basketball.
Good on both. And here's Conley. Give him 8. Outside McDaniels. Murray against Randall. On the take. Over Murray. Shot clock at 5. McDaniels, that's good.
Well, look, you want to put your guys in a position to succeed. McDaniels is more comfortable operating off the catch than he is initiating.
Now here's Henderson. No points so far. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. It's deflected. Sharp against McDaniels.
Well, look, it's not fun guarding Sharp. He's long and bouncy. Sometimes you just have to foul him.
This will be his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
Shoot 2.
That free throw good from Sharp. Kenny Obvious checked in for Portland. Grant comes in for Henderson. Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. Defensive Player of the Year 4 times over, Stan. Rudy Gobert tied for the record.
Yeah, Brian, alongside Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace, and Gobert's capable of getting another one too, assuming his countryman Victor Wembanyama doesn't start taking the reins.
Here's Sharp, following the score by Minnesota. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. Rudy Gobert picks one up. Lots of Grants in the NBA over the years. Jeremy Grant acts like a guy who grew up around the league. You can really see it, Coach.
Well, Brian, he really did grow up around the league and really just a high IQ player, great in the locker room, gives you great energy and effort every night. Well, this guy's a classic example of hard work paying off. Jeremy Grant has developed into a very impactful player.
Now here's Edwards. He's got 17. Pass to Reed. And here's Randall. Reed, a screen on Avdia. Randall with it. Over Avdia. Randall can't hit.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
On the wing, Simons. Takes a 13-footer. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Randall with it. Avdia picks him up. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It goes on Shaedon Sharp.
Inside, you have to try something to stop Randall. But he gets physical right back and draws a good shooting foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Minnesota. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Kamara's checked in. And Randall drops them both.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
DiVincenzo against Avdia. Pass to Klingon. Now Simons. Here's Klingon. Back to Simons. The three is up. Hauled in by DiVincenzo.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
Randall, left side. Randall, it's good on the putback.
Great timing by Randall. He has such good instincts at the offensive end.
Pass to Klingon. Avdia from outside knocks down the long J. Avdia's got 8 points.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Here's Conley. Give him 8. Reed with it. Outside McDaniels. Reed, a screen on Grant. Back to Reed. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Avdia outside. It's Avdia on the wing. Simons against Conley. Simons up top. He's got 12. Clingan. Rebound Minnesota. Reed's got his 4th rebound in this one. DiVincenzo pass to McDaniels. And it's Jeremy Grant with a foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
2 fouls for him now in the first half. He's going to have to be really smart going forward.
Now Conley. Reed, a screen on Simons for 3. Conley knocks it down from distance. Conley's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, look, Conley's known as a great passer, but he's also a fantastic three-point shooter.
Grant outside. There's a screen. Here's the 3. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it. Now looking at the 2K leaderboard, specifically which teams have created a lot of turnovers and cashed in on the other end during the last 10 games. 5th best, the Trailblazers.
They've turned up the heat defensively over this last stretch, trying to force more turnovers. That's been their game.
Minnesota leading by 6. Outside Reed. Pass to DiVincenzo.
Hey, yo, right here.
Outside Conley. Now here's Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Showing off his power. Reed gave the dunk everything he had.
Here's Clingan. Grant with it. To the paint. Here's Simons. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
And off the jump, they were effective from deep. I don't know why they haven't continued to fire from out there.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
One shot.
And that one falls for Simons. Coach, you talk about guys who are always upping their game. How about Anthony Simons?
Well, Brian, I feel like he's one of the truly under-the-radar scorers in this league. He's put in a lot of time and work, never satisfied with himself or his game, and he just keeps getting better.
Clock at 4. Lets it go from 11. That one rolls around and rims out.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Avdia passes to Simons. There's 47 seconds left in the first half.
Man, once Simons found his rhythm, he's been non-stop.
Conley passes to McDaniels. High post Reed. Pass to Conley. McDaniels with it. He's covered by Grant. Grant with a steal. Avdia passes to Simons. That one goes. Count it. Now just a 1-point Minnesota lead. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's Minnesota up 1. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Hey, everybody. Psst. I got a secret. We're approaching the playoffs, and we are starting the show with a breakdown of the Western Conference standings.
I think for the Timberwolves, they're playing up to expectations. Maybe they like to be doing more than that, but I think they're ready to make some noise in the playoffs. That's when you turn up.
And now let's focus on the Trailblazers. At halftime now, it's been a tight one.
Their perimeter D's been weaker than airport toilet paper. And trust me, I know. They should strengthen it.
Wait a minute. I can't get the image of airport toilet paper now out of my head. Chasing guys off the arc would be the first thing I'd recommend. Airport toilet paper?
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Anthony Simons, he's been playing really well.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
Checking out the group for Chauncey Billups to start the second half. Anthony Simons out there with Denny Avdia. Then there's Klingon. Then it's Jeremy Grant. And it's Kamare in at the 4. Now here's Edwards. Clock at 6. McDaniels passes to Conley. Offline with a 3. Portland trailing here. Grant right side. For the lead. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Minnesota's gone 7 for 17 from three-point range so far in this matchup. And he comes up with a bucket. Randall's got 11.
And Randall is a gamer, someone who's experienced at overcoming intense coverage from this area of the floor.
And there's Simons. That one's good. On the assist by Avdia.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
It's an even 3-on-3 break. Edwards against Avdia. Pass to Kamare. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
And with that miss, they're just 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
Out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball. And let's look at the Western Conference standings as the playoffs approach. Taking a look at Minnesota, 6th best record in their respective conference right now, hoping to end the season on a high note. And of course, Portland currently a ways below.
Seeing where the Timberwolves are, they've looked rock solid this season. They just need to stay on target and prepare for the postseason.
Well, look, they've performed to expectations, but I think this team can take it to another level if they get rolling. They've come out a little cold after that halftime break. Just 1 of 5 from the field to start the third quarter.
Stan, LeBron James is widely regarded as one of the most intelligent players in the league. Who else stands out to you as far as basketball IQ?
Oh, Brian, that's a tough question. There's so many of them. Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic. There's just so many intelligent guys in this league. Fans that think it's all about athleticism don't understand how intelligent the best players are. Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
And both free throws good for Edwards. Blazers trail by 3. Simons passes to Graham. Back to Simons. That one goes in. Simons got 23.
And Simons shows off that soft touch inside.
Simons against Conley. Left side, Edwards. Back to Conley. Shoots over Simons. Another miss by Minnesota. The Trailblazers have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. For the lead, Perry buries it from 3. Simons has got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Portland with a rebound. Klingen's got rebound number 7 tonight. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
First team foul. 2 shots. Clear.
And he knocks down the first one. And Minnesota making a change here. Reed's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Conley. He's got 11. Outside Edwards. Conley, a screen on Avdia. Here's Edwards. Edwards muscles it inside. Wow.
Well, we've seen this movie before. Edwards is rolling, and his energy right now is infectious.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Check and see who is in the lead when it comes to blocks. Fourth, Donovan Clingan.
He always makes an impact with his shot blocking. He's a constant presence around the rim.
Here's Simons. 26 points for him. Pass to Clingan. And here's Avdia. And here's Simons outside. Nails it from 3. Simons got 10 points in just the second half.
I just love the ball movement.
Outside Edwards. There's the 3. And Clingan pulls it down. Klingan's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Simons passes to Grant. Oh, Grant throws it down.
Taking advantage of an opening. Grant hammered that home.
Timberwolves trail by 7.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer. Woo-hoo, just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Now here's Conley. He's got 11. Randall on the screen. Here's Edwards. And he drew the blocking foul, so he'll go to the line to shoot a pair. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
Yeah, something else I love that they're doing is driving into the lane and getting the shots they want in penetration.
That free throw misses. And the second free throw is good. Here's Portland now. They're on a 16-5 run. Back to Simons. All sorts of time, and he drops that one in. Simons got 12 points in just the second half.
Clutch buckets. He's paving the way as they hit the home stretch.
Outside Reed. Off target from three-point range.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Grant against Conley. They double him with McDaniels. Avdia from outside drops in the three. Avdia's got 11 points.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
And here's Edwards outside, and it's Portland with a rebound. Klingen's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. To the inside. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
Well, Reed really gets after it on defense. He's a big man that loves coming up with blocks.
The floater can be a tricky shot, but that's the right choice.
Pass to Kamari. On the wing, Simons. Shot clock at 3. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Edwards.
Wow! Yeah, doing it with speed and style. Edwards putting on a show at the rim.
Here's Klingen. Reed defending. Randall with a steal. Outside McDaniels. No good on the triple. Trailblazers lead by 9. On the wing, Grant. Five to shoot. Here's Simons. Count it. Simons got 14 points now in the second half.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Now here's Edwards. 24 points for him. And Klingen pulls it down.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Pass to Avdia. Here's Kamari. Checked by Randall. And here's Grant from the arc. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Randall outside. Back to Conley. Book it. And it's Randall with the assist. Conley's got 13.
Yeah, a guy with Conley's consistency is trouble inside. Those high percentage looks are often effortless for him.
Reed against Avdia. Here's Klingen. He's got 12. Tries again. And the layup is up and in. Klingen's got 6 here in the quarter.
Relentless effort creates the second chance opportunity.
Pass to Edwards. Puts up a 3. And it's Portland with a rebound. Grant's got 4 rebounds now.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall.
Here's Klingen. Grant outside. Over McDaniels. With the putback. Great positioning on the putback. He's got 13.
Now that takes serious effort and a light touch.
No need to overdo it. Just lightly tip it in. And Chris Finch has called timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Minnesota with some changes. Clark is checked in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker comes in for Anthony Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Conley. Henderson against DiVincenzo. Outside, Alexander Walker. Pass to DiVincenzo. 6 on the shot clock. Now Reed. From the arc. Thybulle with the board. Thybulle's got 4 rebounds in the game. Now here's Sharp, covered by Alexander Walker. Outside Sharp. And the 3 off target. Here's Randall. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Down by 15. Kicks it out to Clark. Back to DiVincenzo. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Portland has gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. Pass to Henderson. They set the pick. Poke loose. Three-pointer Sharp. Alexander Walker grabs the board. And for Minnesota, they're shooting 46%, a decent average so far. And here's Reed, defended by Avdia. Clark outside. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket. Portland leading by 15. There's the triple, counted from distance.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Pass to Randall. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. And this will be his second trip to the free throw line. Portland making a switch here. Walker's checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Certain guys can remake their games to fit the times. Randall's worked on his right hand and his jump shooting. He's a much more versatile threat now at the offensive end.
Now here's Henderson. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. 27 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Yes, it's good.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Randall against Walker. 5 on the clock. Reed, a screen on Walker. For 3, Randall. Pure from three-point range. Randall's got 10 points in the quarter. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Portland ahead. They lead by 14. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter when we return. as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Trailblazers lead by 14. They've got Joe Ingles, Dante DiVincenzo out there with Anthony Edwards. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's Alexander Walker in at the 3, a small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And that one's good. Sharp.
And you see right there the practice time Sharp's put in. Sound shooting mechanics for a guy who hasn't played a lot of games in his career.
Reid, a screen on Walker. Here's Ingles, out to DiVincenzo. Misses the 3.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Now here's Henderson. Murray for 3. Alexander Walker grabs the board. Pass to DiVincenzo. Outside, Ingles. They set the pick. Launches the 3. Sinks the tray. Ingles got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Sharp up top, guarded by Edwards. Sharp passes to Thibault. Outside Sharp. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Timberwolves trail by 14. Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to Alexander Walker. Now here's Reid. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Edwards. Jacks up a 3. Edwards making it look so easy from deep.
He's taking what he can get here as a 3 in each half.
2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Outside Sharp. Murray, a screen on Edwards. Trailblazers got to hurry, got to get up a shot. Again, the miss by Portland. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Ingles passes to Alexander Walker. DiVincenzo with it. Lets the 3 fly. Drains the triple. Alexander Walker's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
Every player goes through this. When your shots aren't going down, it can ding your confidence.
The 3. And it's Portland with a rebound. They led by as many as 18. DiVincenzo against Henderson. Walker, a screen on DiVincenzo. Henderson, the pass to Murray. And the 3-pointer goes. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
Yeah, you see the vision from Henderson. Just a terrific facilitator.
Pass to Reid. Over Murray. Portland with a rebound. Thibauld's got 5 rebounds in the game. Now Henderson, covered by Alexander Walker. Outside Walker. Henderson, the pass to Sharp. Takes it inside. And here's Walker. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. Down low. And Thibault comes to help. The kick out to Edwards. Hits the trifecta. Edwards has got 30.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Murray, a screen on DiVincenzo. Henderson for 3. Edwards pulls it in. Edwards has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside, Alexander Walker. Reid, a screen on Thibault. Here's Alexander Walker. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
Yeah. Another thing you notice are all the assists. The ball just has energy, and everyone is getting involved.
And Nickeil Alexander-Walker has built a role around defense and activity, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, he's started to understand that not everyone can be that superstar scorer, and he's carved out a role around hustle, but still capable of knocking down shots within the flow of the offense.
Now here's Edwards. Portland with a rebound. Avdia's got a rebound, number 5 here tonight.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game.
And it's good for 2. Simons has got 35 in the game.
From the mid-range, Simons' quickness is a big advantage.
Edwards a screen on Avdia. Fires for 3. And it goes out of bounds. That one off sharp. Rudy Gobert's checked in for the Timberwolves. Randall comes in for Alexander Walker. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Kamara, he's checked in for Sharp. Conley against Simons. 6 to shoot, to the paint. Oh, deflected. Shoots from 14. Jump shot is good that time. And now a 9-point Trailblazer lead.
Yeah, the jumper from Simons is smooth like butter.
Gobert with a screen on Simons. Oh, easy 2 for Gobert.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead it to the score.
Pass to Avdia. And here's Grant from the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And they keep attacking from the three-point range here in the second half.
Randall outside. Here's Gobert. Back to Randall. Rebounded by Kamari. Simons outside. Pass to Avdia. Shot from 12. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. The drive by DiVincenzo.
First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for your Timberwolves, DiVincenzo taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. McDaniels is checked in for Minnesota. Both free throws good from DiVincenzo. And it's Simons with the ball for the Trailblazers. They led by as many as 18. Pass to Kamari. Simons outside. Clock at 6. Pulls it. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Simons got 39. Avdia against Edwards. Edwards with a step. Counted.
Well, sometimes you tell players you can have a good game in a loss. You've just got to keep doing what you're doing, and the rest of us have to figure it out.
Now here's Avdia. Pass to Klingon. Here's Kamari. Now here's Grant. Over Gobert. Grant's shot is off.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
DiVincenzo can't hit.
Well, he hasn't made a shot, and his team is losing. Time to find another solution.
And he gets that one.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
The length of Gobert is a problem for any defense. And, of course, he uses it so well to draw contact while shooting.
And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, B.A., what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes.
No good on that one.
Well, you know, every team is looking for a defensive anchor. Gobert fills that role to perfection.
Mike Conley's checked in for DiVincenzo. No good on the second free throw. Portland leading by 10. Grant in the post. He's guarded by Conley. Simons against Randall. Simons right side. Back to Grant. Simons finds Grant. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. Inside. Randall pass to Conley. And it's blocked. And they'll get another chance. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And after playing the first half without a single turnover, he's gotten a little careless since the break.
And how about that replay? Man, you got to appreciate the hustle on defense.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
Conley against Simons. Here's Klingon. Pass to Avdia. Driving to the basket. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And the Trailblazers lead by 12. Minnesota's gotten 4 of 7 3-pointers to fall in the 4th. Edwards against Avdia. Oh, the finish inside by Edwards.
Well, I love when guys like Edwards work inside. Don't settle for jumpers. Get a solid look close to the rim.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here.
Now on the court is your high squad. Get loud and let them hear it.
Let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups address the team. Coach cautioned his team against feeling comfortable. He said the moment we take our foot off the gas, they're back in it. Let's push through the finish line. Brian?
And Allie, thanks. Here's Grant. Tries a 3 off the inbound. rebound by the Timberwolves. Edwards got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Timberwolves trail by 10. Here's Conley. Avdia pulls it in. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Here's Simons. Soft touch off the glass. Simons got 8 points in the quarter.
Wow, fancy stuff from Anthony Simons.
And there's 1:45 left in the fourth. A 1:42 left in the game. Blocked! Grant outside. Tries to break his ice. And he sinks the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 14.
The inside defense gets right up on Grant, but he stays cool and finds a way through to his finish.
Here's Edwards. Left side McDaniels. A good-looking shot from the wing.
That's a terrific kick-out pass. When the defense collapses like that on the inside, you've got open people outside.
Now here's Avdia. Simons outside. Pass to Kamari. 1:03 left to play in the fourth quarter.
Well, with a comeback out of range, we can put a bow on this one. Good performance for the Trailblazers.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And this victory will put them at 36 wins on the year. And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Anthony Simons.
Yeah, and I loved his attitude tonight. He really had that scorer's mentality. Absolutely no one was stopping him.
Now here's Randall. 6 on the shot clock. From deep, Conley. The shot no good. Simons against Conley. So no problem for Portland as they get the win. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
And that about wraps it up. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Anthony Simons.
I try to stop me though. I know I'm on the go, yeah. Don't know coming up off the show.